My name is Kwame Prempeh. I live in Ghana at the moment, but not long ago I was in Holland, just like most of you, and actually my story will be more familiar to a lot of you in the audience today. I was born in Ghana and moved to the Netherlands at the age of about 13, I think, or 14, with my parents and my brother. I schooled there. I went to Benelux Lyceum. After that, went to half a year, did aviation engineering, and then after that, went to the UK to pursue masters in aerospace engineering. Came back from UK to the Netherlands, got married to beautiful Afua, and then started having a family, and also started a career from the onset. Now, I think most of you will know the challenges of having a family and building a career in Holland. But nevertheless, I started working with Accenture. Through Accenture, I had projects with European Space Agency, then AkzoNobel, then Unilever, then SABIC. So these were all IT related projects, but also with a focus on procurement. Through all these projects, I was working in Spain, I've worked in Germany, France, the UK, the US, Argentina, and I was able, or I managed to build an extensive experience within IT and procurement. But through it all, I still felt somewhere that I needed something different, and that has been the case throughout at least a lot of my adult life. Like example is choosing to move to UK to do my masters, whilst I had the opportunity to work for KLM and also pursue masters at Delft. But somehow I chose to go to UK. After UK, I still didn't feel that UK is where I needed to be, so I came back to Holland. And after starting a family, having 3 beautiful girls, with a beautiful wife, and having an amazing career, I still didn't feel that is it for me. So from the onset with my wife, and luckily enough for me, my wife had the same goals and ideals as I have. So we started planning towards Ghana for a very long time, even right when we started the family. I remember that she even moved to Ghana for about 3-4 months while she was pregnant with our second child. And our first child was only barely 3 years. But she came here and tried to set up a business. Unfortunately, that we did not pursue to that, so she came back to Holland. And looking into the ways and means to move back to Ghana, we got more interested in Ghana, and then started following Ghana politics and other things more and more. So myself and my wife, we get more involved in Ghana politics. We joined the local politics over there. Though we were doing Ghana politics, we were doing it from afar. So along the line, I became the chairman of MPP Holland, and that is where things started getting more and more serious. Was meeting the president, then he was a candidate in UK. I was meeting party dignitaries in France, in Germany, and all around Europe. I was able to bring the flag bearer then, who's now the president, twice in 2015 to Holland, and I think a lot of you met him in Burma when we had the rally, and also interacted with him, and he was able to tell his vision also to Ghanaians in the Netherlands as well. Now, being assertive and also being somebody who's a hard worker, I wasn't going to be just a chairman for the sake of it. I was going to be a chairman who also, put more into whatever has been entrusted on me. So, when I was chairman, I was coming to Ghana like twice every year just to do party work. I was traveling here and there, and when it was time for elections, I also came down. We campaigned for the party, we went up and down, and God being so good, Ghanaians bought into our ideals and our aims for the country, and they voted for that in 2016. Not long after we were voted into power, I had interactions with the president or the president-elect, where he then invited me to come and support the build-up of the country with the extensive expertise that I've been able to build, not only in the Netherlands, but also in other countries that I mentioned in the areas of IT and procurement. So that is how I then ended up in Ghana. Now, like I said earlier, going being so good, I got married to a wife who also have the same goals and ideas and also ideals that I have. So she has been also actively involved in the politics as well. And then she was also offered a position here, so we were then able to move with the whole family last year to Ghana. But of course, it wasn't easy when we came in Ghana. I mean, we have the position all right, but it took some time to settle in, you know, for the family to settle. I mean, we have children coming from a Dutch background, come to settle in an English environment. It wasn't easy, but God being so, we were able to push through, and now they are top of their classes in Ghana over here, and myself and my wife are doing well in our respective positions. I am now the Deputy CEO of the Public Procurement Authority in Ghana, and my wife is the Director of Administration at the Youth Employment Agency in Ghana. Public Procurement Authority, basically what we do is that we regulate, or we are the regulatory body for all government procurement. So everything that the government buy, we make sure that it goes through the right processes and it's adhered to best practices that is governed in the law. What I can give to you in the audience is that I mean, you have to start life, or you have to have in life, know what you want. Because I think I will not be here, my wife will also not be in Ghana, our family will not be in Ghana if from the onset we don't have the idea of what we want, and then aim at it and then work towards it and make sure that you achieve it. Like I mentioned earlier, you know, when I finished half a year, I knew from the beginning after I finished that I want to do my master's. You know, so I started looking into, you know, ways and where I can do it. Now, I settled in the UK because I knew that yes, I was born in Ghana, I've lived in the Netherlands, but I knew I need more exposure. So I needed a different environment. So I went to the UK. After UK, you know, I also have the onset, you know, that that was not what I want. You know, so go back to Holland. But like I said, my main focus was moving to Ghana. So you have a main focus, and then you work towards it. You know, and when you have a bigger focus, you know, you need to also set smaller aims, you know, to work towards that big focus. As an individual, you know, it's important to know what you want first and foremost before you even think about setting goals. You know, you should know where you want to be, you know, as a person, and how you see your life, you know, in 2, 3, 4, 5 years, you know, long term, 10 years. You know, do you see yourself in a certain position? Do you see yourself living in a certain country? Do you see yourself having a family? You know, I mean, have that basic idea of where you want to be, you know, and put some timelines on it. Of course, it might not be the same timelines that you said, but at least it will be a guide for where you are going. You know, and a good thing that I learned from Accenture is that, you know, if you want to make a promotion in life, you know, let's say in your job, if you want to move a level up, you know, the best thing is to start acting the level that you want to be. You know, let people around you see you as the level that you want to be. You know, let them see, if you are, let's say, a junior and you want to be a senior, let them see you as a senior. You know, so that when the time comes, they're making the promotion. You know, it's a natural process for whoever is going to give you that promotion. So whatever you want to achieve in life, or whoever you want to be in life, you know, start acting that way. You know, start working towards it. And then I think that is the best advice that I can give, you know, all of you in here. I mean, if you look at, I mean, if I look at myself, for example, you know, me personally, I knew I wanted to move to Ghana, so I started getting interested, you know, or involving myself with Ghanaian daily politics or activities. You know, I mean, politics is, of course, not for everybody, but it also helps if you know politics. At least get yourself involved in Ghana, get yourself in the daily let's say, actualities in Ghana. What is going on there? I mean, what are the happenings in there? I mean, if you want to set up a business here, look into that field that you want to set up a business. What are the trends in that business? And it's not only in Ghana, even in Holland. If you want to, if your goal is to remain in Ghana, in Holland, or if your goal is to live in whichever Western country you are, wherever you want to find yourself in, start looking into that, that area. What is going in there? What can I add to that branch? How can I improve whatever is happening in there, or how can I fit myself in there? Because the first thing, is knowing also, apart from knowing yourself and knowing what you want, also knowing the environment that you are going to operate in, and that will help you to achieving that goal. A good thing that I would say is that I know, especially as Ghanaians, I mean, it's not easy for us finding ourselves, especially in the Netherlands, being a minority. But one good lesson that I learned also at Accenture is that, we tend to be very modest. I mean, we think that only hard work is what will get us where we want to be. But it's not only about hard work; it's about smart work. You have to work smart. You can do all the hard work, but somebody will end up taking the credit. So you have to also be smart about what you are doing. Let your superiors know what you are doing. If you have to scream on top of your lungs to let people know what you are doing, that's what you have to do. Because I know I was denied promotion because I did not scream enough. I got to the promotion, they told me, hey, we didn't know you wanted a promotion. But look, I mean, who goes into a job working without wanting a promotion? But that is how the system works. You have to be assertive. You have to push yourself. Don't be quiet, and when you go to work, you are in your small corner. Then you remain in your small corner for a very long time. Put yourself out there. Let people know what you're about. Let people know what you can do. And when people get to know you and they know what you can do, you know that you start going to the places that you want to go, and you're achieving your goals, and you'll be growing in your career, in your personal life, and also in wherever you find yourself. There are a lot of opportunities in Ghana at the moment. I mean, especially for diasporans, there is even more because of how you are perceived in Ghana. You are perceived as a go-getter. You have a higher value here in Ghana because you have that exposure, and also because you see these things through different lenses because of what you've learned or what you've seen or experienced over there. So we have opportunities in the hospitality field. We have them in the sanitation, and especially within the IT sector, because this is a booming economy, and a lot of things that is being done here in Ghana is based on the technology. So for people with IT skills, people with consultant skills, I mean, it's highly valued over here. Though, of course, it's not that easy. I mean, there are a lot of challenges when you come here. But when you are here and you choose to see the challenges as opportunities, finding solutions to the challenges that you meet, in your everyday life, that is when you can exceed here in Ghana. So, I mean, for those interested who wants to come to Ghana, I mean, I will invite you all to come. And of course, before you come, make sure that you do a very good due diligence, because most people come here with a very high expectations, but they come here and then end up being disappointed because they did not do a lot of background search or research before they came. So if you are interested, I mean, start by talking to people who are here. Start by also looking for things, look into things yourself, through the internet, by also being here and talking to people, and going into the institutions and asking the right questions. And I think, I mean, Ghana is booming. It's now, if not the highest, this year is going to be the top 3, highest growing economy in the world, and it's not going to stop. It's only going to increase, and as the economy grows, more and more hands and more people are also needed to keep it going. So I will invite you all, and of course my doors are always open for whoever has interest in Ghana, and you can contact me and we can have a discussion. Thank you.